Welcome to Alpha News Studio. I'm Kara Main, and my guest today is a prominent radiology scientist and the owner of DVT Diagnostics, Davit Bakhchinyan.
That was such a huge introduction. Thank you for having me here.
Barior.
Hello, Barzes.
Barikalust.
Thank you. Nice being here.
David, I would like to start with the following. You've had a very diverse journey so far. You've lived through different cultures, different countries. You played at a prestigious concert in Paris as a musician.
That's true.
You were a soldier in the Armenian Army, and now you're a loving father and a medical business owner.
True.
Was there a single event or maybe a series of events that shaped the man you are today?
That's a great question. Thank you. I think being an Armenian, we all came from different places. Most of us, at least, we all had different journeys, different routes, and everyone is unique on their own, and everyone is good on their own. And you're absolutely right. The music really shaped me a lot. It gave me a good fundament to be who I am today. And our roots are prestigious, as you say. You know, the roots, the history, culture of being an Armenian really helped me to become the person I am today. So music shaped us to be ready for any difficult cases, to survive all the difficulties. Soldier was a good part.
Tell us. I'm sure you have a story.
Right, that was a very interesting period of my life. I actually did wanted to go to an army, and it happened to be that I served in an Armenian army, and I served in the city of Yerevan. So it was not that hard, and being a musician also helped me to be there. So I did go a little bit forward after the soldier, so I actually liked to be there, and I even decided to work. But unfortunately, very short period of time after that, I moved to US. And becoming a business owner, it was a long journey. Of course, it was not, it didn't happen in one day, obviously. So I started from the scratch. I studied a whole new education here, bachelor's, master's, and behind, obviously. That was the second chapter of my life. I think our roots, our history, our rich history of being an Armenian, that's what makes us who we are. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah.
It was kind of lengthy.
Yeah, no, it's great because it's only, show that you are so multifaceted, right? So you take experience and you make it into something better and bigger, like you build on that.
And that's always the case. I think that everyone should be at least one period of their lifetime like that, because wearing only one hat in a life is not enough, The life is so fast, everything is so on a fast pace. So you need to try multiple different aspects in your life to be better, You can always try, for me, personally, I was a great musician. I loved it. I played music. Paris, as you said,
You grew up in a musical family too, right?
And of course, my mom being a violin teacher for years, for decades, she really wanted me to become a musician. And I loved it too, and I still am. And I don't like the part when people say you were a doctor, you were a musician. No, once you are a musician. That's like a hobby. It helps you to thrive, to go farther. Whenever you're tired, you kind of play music, and you see more colors in your life when you're a musician. I think that's a great part of in my life, and I keep it as I am. I don't want to give up that I was a musician, As I said, you're right. You see more colors. It really helps in medicine too, studying, being a scientist, whatever field you choose. When you have some art degree or art education in the back, or even you just art lover, it helps you a lot to be a better person. I would think so,
Yeah. Living in America, how do you preserve Armenian culture? And also at the same time, it's so important to also assimilate to a degree so you can coexist within the culture that you live. But how do you navigate that very fine balance?
Wonderful question. Again, I don't know how you come up with those great questions. Balance is a great word. You have to always have the balance. And America is such a broad understanding. Living in California is one understanding, and living in New York or Chicago is another. I live in California, you know that. So we have so many opportunities here to keep our roots, to be an Armenian, go to those churches, Armenian schools, having the family, all the traditions. Balancing is the thing that we do, basically. So being an Armenian, living in America, holding our roots, remembering who we are, that's what helps us be strong and continue in this country. As an American, you know, I'm a proud American as well, of course, and Armenian. I balance between these two, keeping one and not forgetting the other one. So that's a very important part. Keep your roots who you are and learn the more and adopt the more new culture and not forgetting your own. So balancing between two.
Did you bring any traditions? And do you practice any Armenian traditions within your family? Because I know you have 3 beautiful children.
Thank you. Yeah. Besides bringing our traditions, we have our own family tradition. Is really important. Keep the family closer, like having the dinner together, sharing your daily whatever happened, whether it made you happy or made you unhappy. Share that with your kids. After all, as you said, children, they're like the mirror. They look at you, what you do, and they copy exactly how you do it. So being together, sharing thoughts, spending time, even though with this busy day-to-day life, you have to spend the time with your family, with your children, and that's one of the most important parts as a tradition in the family. Other than that, of course, Armenian traditions, Christmas, every Armenian tradition, our roots, we try not to forget, we keep it, and we're very proud of that. And I really, really hope that our children will continue to be the same as what we are. So they should be proud Armenians and not to forget where they came from, after all. In fact, there is this funny story, I'm not sure if you know about that, I was telling you the other day. And in the school that our kids go in, my son is only 12 years old so far. He came from school and he goes like, Dad, I'm the only one that was born in Armenia. I'm like, were you born in Armenia? I know that he wasn't. He was born in Hollywood. He goes like, yeah, we have this little map on the wall and we all mark our flag where we came from. And I was the only one in the school that was not born here. I was born in Armenia. I'm like, okay, that's good to know.
Well, he identifies as an Armenian.
He identifies
for sure.
And he puts his big flag over there and he thinks he was born there. He knows he's from there. His roots are from there. And I'm very happy about it. So I did not oppose speaking Armenian, of course, at home. That's a law, actually, in our house, because their grandma does not allow us to speak any other languages than Armenian. Just to keep your own language in any culture, anyone coming from different countries. I think they should keep their roots, and especially Armenians. We're such a small, strong nation. We should keep that strong and keep it together.
Yes.
Yeah, as an Armenian family, we try to keep it up.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. Well, let's talk about the DVT Diagnostics.
Okay.
As an owner, what motivated you to start that company? So you came to America. I just want to understand, you came to America and you're like, okay, let's start a diagnostic company. I'm sure it wasn't that
Yes.
But what was your process behind starting a new business in a new country?
Of course,
I'm sure it was not easy.
So when I moved to US, I started from scratch, obviously. So I went to school. It was only about 2 years, some technical degrees, college degrees. I started working for the state prison at that time.
Prison, another layer I didn't know about you. Okay.
Yeah, and I used to drive about 5-6 hours, work there, stay in the hotel, work another prison, and 5 in a row, and then coming back home. Then I said, I need to do something further. So what I did, I studied a bit more. But I need to know,
what did you do with prisons? I need to know.
Doing diagnostic studies, basically, for ruling out liver cirrhosis, other disease, radiology, of course, but mostly technical. And after for a while, after hard work that kind of forms who you are, you should go a little bit further than just do that all your life. So what I did, I got my master's degree, higher degree. Of course, I got my board certification a bit further. Then I understood more and I opened up the company. But this was back in 2005. So what is it, about 20 years ago. The company still exists. Actually, we have about 50 full-time employees employees at this moment in that specific company. And it works widely throughout the California and Nevada, of course, closest state, to California. That was basically hard work. Hard work makes you go further. And all this difficult period of time you have in your life forms who you are and wants to grow a bit bigger. So that my difficult parts, that was when you move to a new country. It's a complete new culture, everything new, but you don't sit back. You go forward. Yes. So if you go back to Armenian roots and being who we are, I guess that's part of it that pushes you to go even further. But it's not just radiology company, right? So I know you have new cutting edge technology. You are very interested in new technologies such as brain view, right? Correct.
And
so in any field, because there are competitions out there, obviously, and you can't just be the same. You cannot stay at the same level. There are constant education. There is continuous medical education. There are new technology every day, and with this fast-paced world, there is so much that's happening. And I'm always there. If there is a new technology in Las Vegas, I'm there. And there is new one in London, I'm there. I'm always trying to adapt, learn, balance, and bring it into my company. So BrainView is a new. I'm surprised you did your homework. Obviously, you learned some about our company. Yes, that's a very interesting test that just basically shows how good someone's brain is, and I guess that's a great outcome to do. Yes, we implemented that into our company, and there are a few more new technologies that we brought into it. And we're happy. So far, so good. Yes, that kind of puts us aside.
Yeah, it gives you a competitive edge.
Right. Any technology out there, there is always, overnight, there is something new, and you have to adapt, bring it in, and go forward with that.
Cardiovascular health is a major issue in the United States and worldwide. In your line of work, have you found any particular exercises or maybe a lifestyle or maybe little hints and tricks how to stay healthy as long as possible?
That's also another good question. Absolutely. So cardiovascular is a major issue in the United States. And what's fascinating, I actually did a research about deep venous thrombosis recently. This happened after the COVID started. And, we see about more than 1,000 patients every month for these specific reasons. And we see more and more blood clots in their legs, And people are not walking enough. They're not taking care of themselves enough. And I keep stressing everyone, you should love yourself first. I know you love your family, you love your country, you love everything, but to help and to be part of it, you first have to take care of yourself. So absolutely a good diet, a healthy lifestyle, good mood, smile.
That's
and be
important.
happy.
Yes,
and very, very important. Running, walking, whatever you can do, and of course be tested. But where we are, right, just to find out early diagnosis absolutely helps. Us Armenians, we don't like to go and be checked by doctors until it's already late. Funny enough, in a local hospital that we do their cardiology 24/7, in fact, and I saw this person right after surgery, 2-3 days after surgery, he was out there smoking. He's like, I missed my cigarette. He was an Armenian man.
Of course.
I was like, you have to slow down a little bit, at least after the procedure. That's just a major issue. So if you can handle, and it's on your own hand, to keep your health better, you should do it. So the advice is basically, most people already know. You just should follow what you know and take care of yourself. Yes.
Are there any particular diseases you can diagnose and prevent? Early diagnosis can prevent that disease from?
For specifically cardiovascular, yes, there are hundreds of different diseases that can prevent, of course, if they go to a doctor, if they are checked by. Funny enough, actually, I have a friend in Fresno. He's a great cardiologist, very famous there. He said, here in Fresno, everybody just eat well, they go to shop, they go eat again, and then their cholesterol gets higher, and they come back to me. We fix it, and then they go back again, do the exact same thing. So it's a continuous routine if you keep doing it. The thing is, you can be diagnosed, you can be treated, but if you don't follow, you don't take care of the same thing you already did, it's going to come back to you. So maintaining, always following up would be the most important part of the lifestyle in cardiovascular disease. We don't want to go too details, obviously. Everyone has, if somebody is diagnosed with a specific disease, it's unique for them, and not everyone is the same, obviously, but maintaining is the important part.
Can you share a memorable story when your work diagnosed, if maybe you diagnosed someone earlier on and that saved their life?
There are a few memorable stories, but the recent one that I can remember is what usually makes me happy. You know, sometimes, even though you can have 50 multiple, doctors, technologists, sometimes one is sick, one is broken leg, one has pregnant. There are always things that slows down, and I have to go and cover, right? So recently, we had 5 patients that had procedures for their legs so they can walk better. It's atherectomy, cleaning up their arteries for lower extremities. And after that, post-op, so we go to check to see if there was any benefit, any improvement in it. And this specific person I remember, was an Armenian man, actually in Glendale, and he was with a walker with so many wounds and stuff. After the procedure, when you go, and the wife had a whole table with sweets and candies and coffees and everything, like we wanted to thank you.
Caring, right?
It was so good, yeah. And after that, he could actually walk. He didn't need his walker. So these are the things that creates good memories and actually pushes you even forward to serve more, to be a better person for the community. These are the ones that creates good memories. I guess that would be one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. That's having a work is one thing, but having a job that saves lives and also provides a great purpose in life.
Absolutely.
That's completely different.
I did have one doctor friend who was working 24/7, So one day I said, "Doctor, let me scan you. Let me see what's going on with you." So I was checking his carotid arteries on his neck, and I saw that he has almost 80% blockage, narrowing in the artery. I said, "You have to take care of yourselves." It's the Armenian thing that we say, right? If somebody makes the shoe, they don't have the right shoes, right?
Correct.
So same thing. If you're a doctor, you help so many people, but at the end, you don't take care of yourselves. So what's good at it, right? So yeah, he ended up being checked in a hospital, and they did the procedure. So he skipped the stroke part. So these things are really important.
80%. He had probably a couple of years left.
Probably
at
not
most.
even years.
It
could happen any given second.
The
this
clot
moment. Yes, it can collapse and close, and brain damage, and at least a stroke, if not dead. So.
Oh wow. Well,
could be pretty scary.
Thank you for saving a doctor, David.
Yes.
And he saved many other patients.
Absolutely.
As a result.
Funny enough, after that, he would check every single patient's carotid arteries after that, because he had the same experience.
Raising 3 children is challenging on its own. It's a hard work, but also being a business owner is also very hard work. So how do you balance your work life and family life, being an Armenian father of 3?
Interesting. When you say it's hard raising 3 children, I feel
it is, but it is.
It is a teamwork when it comes to my family. We all help each other, and kids reflect what you do, and they see how you do, and they kind of replicate the same thing, hopefully in the future. As you said, balance. So you have to balance. No matter how hard and how busy you work, I at least still have to have the time to spend with my kids. That's a very important part of it. I have to make sure on Sundays they go to church, they study their Armenian, they speak the Armenian, of course, at the same time balancing it to be very good at their own school, American school, English language, math, science, etc., right? And Work actually helps. Helps for the kids to have a better life, and kids at the same time help you to be good at your work. Because that gives you energy. No matter how tired I come home, I see my kids, I play with them. It recharges me.
Yeah.
So balancing between two is really important part for us at least. Yeah. So I can't complain there. It's not that hard.
You must have a really good time management. Again, navigating so many, because you have a couple of other businesses as well, and you have a big family. So what your day looks like, I would like to know. You wake up in the morning, what happens next?
Busy life is part of my life too. And, living in the United States you have to be busy. There is no other way around, So yes, as soon as I wake up, I already have 20, 30 phone calls that I have to get back and answer. I do really strong multitasking. Lucky enough, I can do all that. When I do the reading, I go at least 2.5 times faster so I can manage the time. At the same time, I check reports, I manage the schedule, and I have great managers. I can't complain there. So balancing between that busy schedule, multitasking and everything, sometimes I just do a break and I enjoy my life too. So my day, just like most other people. So I try to work hard, maintain a good lifestyle, and balance between these two, family, work, as typical as it goes for everybody else.
Do you put a hard stop at 6 p.m. or
Not
do you
necessarily?
keep working throughout?
Lucky enough, I can take my work with me everywhere, and this is what comes taking care of the family at the same time. I can answer a quick call or check something out there, and at the same time enjoy my time with my family. While during business hours or after could also be done. So I guess education pays off at the end, that's for sure. And it's just balancing between these two is very important. To have your lifestyle, enjoy your life, at the same time, keep your busy life. Yes, I am busy, but so far so good. I'm balancing it out well, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And if you could go back and give your younger self a word of advice, what would it be?
Always remember who you are. Don't give up. Work hard, and success will come to you, I guess. You don't have to think hard. Don't have to do really specific steps to get there. It'll just come to you. Go with the flow. Just like I told you not to give me any questions before. Just ask me during the interview and I'll go with it. I think that's the easiest way. Fast decision. So any successful people out there, if you look, they always make rapid decisions. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to scale it too many times. Whatever comes in your heart, just go with that. It'll be the right answer for your life as well. That's my suggestion, I guess.
Just make decisions fast.
Right away. You don't have to say, let me go back and think about it. Anyways, the best answer would be the first one comes up on your mind.
The Armenia took a very drastic change in the course after 2018. My question for you, where is it going? Do you think we are on the right path?
You're absolutely right. Drastic is not the best word yet, I guess, chosen. We had terrible things happened. We lost family members, myself. I've seen the crying mothers. I've seen the difficult parts and everything. Obviously, I don't have that crystal ball and I don't know where it's going to go tomorrow. I guess nobody really knows. We have, unfortunately, some neighbors in the country itself that very unpredictable and anything can happen. But being an Armenian, it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in Armenian or outside. I think we should keep holding hands each other and helping, supporting each other, be strong, protective, and always think, decide what you do and work hard on that matter politically. Have better groups and just protect each other and never blame each other. In fact, just work harder to make it better and move forward, look forward, and never sit back and wait what happens next. And hopefully it's going to be better than any country, because we have the material, we have the brain. Being Armenian, it only needs to be in use and protect each other and help each other. As I said, hold hands, literally. You know, they have to just be one piece, not fight each other. Anything happens inside, that only makes it weaker, a country itself. I can't really say what's going to happen, but I feel like there is a brighter future for the country itself, hopefully. Yeah, at least I think so, and I hope so. Yes.
In your opinion, what is the key to fulfilling life?
In my opinion, to fulfilling life, again, I sort of repeated this throughout this conversation, is to be loved and give love out there. Be positive, and when you're positive throughout your day-to-day life, and you look brighter, you don't really see bad parts. Whatever comes up, always find the positive point and hang on to it. So that will fulfill your life, I believe. No matter what point you're at, you should always find that positive dot and go with that. Sometimes you need to look at the pictures versus a small piece of it, you know, overall, what's going to happen. And that will help you to go forward. That's my idea, to fulfill a better life.
A better life.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, David. I
My
really
pleasure.
appreciate you coming here today.
Likewise,
to talk
thank you.
to me. My guest was Davit Bakhchinyan. Thank you so much for watching us.